Some pretty heavy hitting power right here with Mr. Ty. Now of AlliedUniversal.com. That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, really, two of the best guard companies around are merged together.
Yeah.
And the website is AUS.com. How easy is that to remember? Welcome to the show, Ty.
Thank you, Chuck.
Been following your career for a long time. You've been in the business a long time, in a lot of spaces, a lot of responsibility and roles. Tell us what you're doing with Allied Universal.
I'm the president of our security system and technology business, and I've been at Allied Universal now about 4 years, and I've been a part of this exciting growth.
Yeah.
And the most recent merger, and we're in the process now of introducing a lot of technology, a lot of exciting threat intelligence, situational awareness products, and it's a very exciting time for us, augmenting technology with our man guarding business.
We have to do it, and I was just on the robotics panel with Dennis, and we talked about the robots and all that kind of thing. And one thing I said that, and I didn't try to piss people off, but I always do that, you know, that's how I am, is to say, look.
I don't know about you too, Chuck.
You do know that about me, I know. I said, look, you guys, you're all in the physical security. Why do we call it physical security?
Yeah.
Well, who gave us that name? You know who did? The IT guys gave us that.
Interesting.
And I said, it used to type in security, you found Allied, you find BART, you find Securitas, you find all the companies. Now you type in security, it's network people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, you have to take that back, and this robotic stuff is the way to take it back. And own the robots, own the technology, and don't be relegated to be physical security, because really everything's on the internet.
Yes.
Everything's part of that system.
Yes.
And Allied, you know, I hired you guys at Disney.
Yes.
When it was Allied Barton, I think, right?
Correct.
And the reason I did is and this was back in the early 2000s, I think it was, you guys were ahead in the technology. Allied's always been a little bit ahead of that.
Yes.
We had some online guard training and stuff like that. So talk about some of those things you use to utilize technology.
Well, first of all, Chuck, I think we've got to all become IT educated, and savvy. I mean, that's the way of not only our industry but the world as a whole.
That's right.
So we see more and more opportunities of the convergence of the physical and the logical side of the business. And so what we're doing now in this particular event at ASIS is we're introducing our new GSOC as a service offering.
Oh, fabulous.
So we have a monitoring response center here in Richardson, Texas, a suburb of Dallas. We bought this asset about 4 years ago, primarily focused on remote video monitoring and traditional Bergen fire alarm monitoring.
Right.
We're expanding into other GSOC services that we can take to our clients. I mean, think about this fact, Chuck. We have 10,000 customers, 20,000 locations. We have security officers sitting in probably 50% of those locations managing their security operations centers. A really critical part, either from an operator standpoint, security intervention standpoint, an analyst standpoint. So we are a part of the critical infrastructure and the operational infrastructure of our clients.
That's a great way to say it, yeah.
So it's critical that we're able to bring other value beyond just the man guarding component. So education and awareness, training, certification, the products, the tools, and the capability to expand and really touch the technology and other things that are part of our clients' total cost of ownership. Technology, man guarding make up the majority of their spend. So we need to find out how to make a more efficient, more effective operations to impact our clients.
This is forward thinking in the guard business.
Yes, it is.
And I say that with all respect to everybody else in the business. I have a PPO in California. You know, I've been in the guard business a long time like you have. It's a tough business.
Yes.
Very tough. And I think bringing the technology to everybody with this GSOC as a service is a fabulous idea, because we're already providing the physical guard.
Yes.
And in some cases, we're providing consulting, that kind of thing, right?
Most definitely.
Tell me the type of client that uses GSOC as a service. What entry point can I get into that?
Yeah.
A Fortune 50, Fortune 100, obviously, right? But can I get down to a medium-sized business?
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
I mean, small, medium, large enterprise customers all have some type of a security operational infrastructure. Obviously, depending on the vertical market, the business, the industry, the risk profile, that really drives the kind of security operations center that they have and the magnitude and scale of what they're doing from a risk mitigation standpoint. But all customers that have assets, the most important being people that are traveling, that are moving, facilities that are impacted, facilities and assets out across a geographical landscape, what's happening from a social media standpoint, what's happening from an Internet of Things regarding their building function and operational infrastructure. Those are all part of what's happening now from the standpoint of technology and the integration of that into the day-to-day operations. So we have customers of all sizes that are interested in learning how we can bring technology into our day-to-day man guarding operations. We have our own product called SciCop, which is a workforce and information management technology tool.
Okay.
So that literally helps us to schedule, pay, and bill clients from an internal standpoint. It's a critical part of how we manage through GPS triangulation, the movement of our officers, the control of our officers, the quality control of our officers, as well as incident reporting, case management, daily activity reports, and other things that are just part of the integrity of a day-to-day operations. That's correct.
And so this is where the client can log in and interact with their data in real time. It's fantastic.
That's correct.
No more paper logs?
No more paper logs.
Oh my gosh, that's the best thing in the world.
Well, let me tell you what also is a value of this is, you think about this. So you have a security officer, you know their deployment.
Right.
You know how you're utilizing them from a risk mitigation and operational support standpoint. You're looking at incident activity, you're looking at critical incidents, occurrences. We now have the ability to heat map and correlate how we're deploying officers based on incidents, activities, and proactive thinking. So we're now able to go to the customer from an intellectual, educated standpoint with data and information.
Right.
Predictive to some degree analysis, and determine and guide them on how we recommend they redeploy assets and or bring technology in and potentially reduce man hours,
right,
or augment man hours.
Right.
We have to have a completely different view and perspective on that now as a security service provider.
Well, it's refreshing to hear the president of a guard company say, Mr. Klein, we figured out how to reduce hours.
Yeah.
That's not the model we usually go on, but that's the way to do it. It's the honest way to do it. How are the robots going?
We feel that the robots are an augmentation.
Okay.
To
not a replacement per se.
Not
right?
a replacement
right.
at all.
Right.
I mean, there is a place for robotics of all type, aerial and ADMs. We see robotics of all types becoming an augmentation to our man guarding operations. There's a place for robotics. There will be other evolutions of robotics, artificial intelligence, predictive analysis, machine learning. That's the future.
Oh yeah, machine learning. That's
the future.
So, it's here now, by the way.
So we see that as an evolution that's happening real time right now, and we're excited about being a part of it.
Ty Richmond, AlliedUniversal.com, super easy website, AUS.com. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you,
and
Jeff.
fabulous to meet you after 20 years of knowing who you were. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Back in a minute here on SecurityGuideTV.com. 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 SecurityGuideTV.com.